Bunker Hill pays off riders instead of just shooting them. Where's the sport in that? Someone put in a whole lot of effort to keep out the riffraff. And yet, here we are.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved. The situation appears to have escalated. We move in, secure the synths, and
Right.
The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now. no. I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633. All right, Sin.
Please.
Sounding all clear.
Z322, initiate. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257, initiate No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 7710.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
Пойдем пособираем остатки.
Excuse me.
Greetings, Knight.
А если бы я проводил операцию в одиночку, жертв бы оказалось меньше. Ну ладно. Так как за меня братство стали, с кайфом получается. Получается, что так. Ладно, давай вернемся сначала домой. Чё, А? Б?
Yes?
Блин.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
you ain't been up to see Grey God, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
Got a dangerous look, Doc.
Speak up.
You ain't here for me.
А подожди, стой. Модифицировать. Погнали. Там братство стали за меня уже постаралось. Получается, подземка у нас самая слабая. На втором месте синты. И на третьем месте, конечно же, точнее на первом месте, конечно же, братство стали. Они самые мощные. Даже если атаковать братство, там только пулемет. Да нет, на самом деле с револьвера можно их валить. Что он забыл в холле института?
Scanning. Subject identified.
Greetings, sir.
Nothing to report, sir. Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Над нами, да? Да, грузится довольно-таки долго.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations to not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the extraordinary.
Why let me out now? After all this time?
Well, that certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Полегчало?
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. There are greater things to come after your successor. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming. Not the first or last time it will. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. Please, take this as a test. It's time for you to become more involved in the future. I'd like you to join me inside. The directorate is... I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Блин. А можно ли как-то сделать в идеале, чтобы и институт остался под моим крылом? И задание братства стали выполнить. На самом деле ни хрена.
Maintenance requests should be directed
Son,
to the facilities
Let's get this
division.
directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important.
Ну, комната совещаний наверху. Пойдем. Я даже ради этого разденусь. Так, вот. Чуть-чуть промахнулся мимо кнопки.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on? It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, I mean, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many
Импеллер вам нужен.
compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to
Ну,
the
я про это и
Institute
говорю.
now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival.
Sounds like an important...
That's... well, the reactor is close to ready. But recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, and to how you will help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operation. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling it.
yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires...
I don't know that...
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been... I'm sorry, this is difficult. Our best efforts have failed. Every experiment, I'm sorry to...
No,
please,
be serious.
everyone, please, I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. We can talk more later. Right now, the Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best. To that end, I am naming my father.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a...
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is... I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Safety first. Remember that.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking.
Sure. I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made... There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurance. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially.
Вот сейчас как раз таки мы пойдем за Империором и заберем этот долбанный этот сапог. Mass Fusion. Уже далеко, да, убежала?
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without... Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's all. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come...
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your... This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't try. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around. We don't want them getting the agitator before... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
У телепорта будешь ждать?
Cynthia, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night.
Good to see you.
Feeling well today?
Так.
Nothing to report, Subject sir. Identified. I carried out my...
Sounds like those raiders have lubricated quite a handful.
Ай, господи.
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary.
Так.
It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
Dr. Ayo was looking for you. It sounded important.
Так, подожди. Еще ниже. Может просто мне тэпнуться и все. Короче, проще так. Или все-таки пойти сказать этим. Ладно. Придван. Ну смотрите, давайте подумаем логически. Допустим, если мы захотим за институт, то, к сожалению, людям на пустоши капста. Ладно. Будем взрывать институт. Вот в Нью-Вегасе мне сюжет больше нравится. Можно просто послать всех нахер и стать главным. Обеспечить безопасность.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us.
While on the flight deck.
How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Но если бы институт меня еще как бы немножко модифицировал, там всякие ништяки бы повставлял. Че ты орешь? Нашел моду вопить.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to mass fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind a company, of course.
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Forget it, Ingram. It's too dangerous.
Fine. Have it your way. I just hope you don't bring back a paperweight by mistake. Grab whatever gear you need and head up to the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be your best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
Так, Mass Fusion. Блин, я не туда тэпнулся.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Ладно. ТЦЛ. В смысле? Ладно, хрен с ним. Так мы за братство или нет? Похер. Давай за синтов, хрен с ним. Блин, ну мы ученого уже отдали. С другой стороны. Вот теперь у меня, блин...
You were right. The Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Ладно. Короче, пошли нафиг. Братство реально интереснее. Зажравшиеся ученые. Нахер пошли.
Dr. Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember. It must be pretty darn. That's if.
No way. You're
Hey, I might be walking.
Forget it, Ingram.
Fine. I just hope you don't grab whatever. This could be.
If you find any technical documents, we should bring them to Proctor Clinton for analysis.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the mind of the scan.
Полетели.
Back on top.
Roger that, Scabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Нормально. Да, так будет лучше. Ух ты, какой прогруз был жесткий.
Hostile target sighted on the roof, sir. Prepare to engage.
Ладно, погнали.
I don't see the beryllium agitator anywhere. They must have moved it.
Так. А карта доступа есть где-нибудь?
That'll come in handy.
И не говорит так. Проверим оружие. Mass Fusion. Эх. Жалко, конечно, что не добавили возможность. Так, секунду.
Movement detected. Curious, is someone present?
This beats mayoral duties any day of the week.
Now I understand. You are hiding because you fear death.
This one's got a death. You ain't alone.
Еще? По-моему, это все.
Detonating explosive charge.
Какое нахуй взрывное устройство?
My best work in the dark anyway.
Utilizing static
Come out.
Where did you go?
Something's coming. Ready up.
Угу. Как там? Ну-ка. Или мне в самый низ надо? Да, не вниз. Ничего нового не появилось.
That's a whole lot of juice.
Так, предметы.
Sweet.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Обеспечь безопасность этого места. Мы еще будем и там еще обеспечить безопасность. Это что у нас? Так, ищем. Ну, последний осталось.
That's it.
Surprise contact.
I'm staying too. Someone's got to make sure our exits.
Now
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Да мне пофиг. Давай сейчас посмотрим. Да вообще я здесь могу спать. Полчасика.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Хуй. Буквою. Охуй. Так. Погнали. Как же турбина выбега и так далее? Или такого нету, да?
Engaging hostile life form.
Блин, я не того убил.
We need reinforcements. Right here.
Damage.
Thanks for the assist, sir.
Hell yeah. Slag those damn synths.
Ладно. Упс. Сами попали под огонь. Так сказать, под горячую руку. Ты, конечно, мой сын. Но сволочь ты редкостная. Кто там орёт? Чё ты разорался? Откуда?
I heard that Elder
I was
Maxwell
able to
gets
keep the
Garnet
Institute
with
from getting their
another
hands on the
one-on-one
beryllium
with Deadpool.
agitator.
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
What ended up happening at Mass Fusion?
Thanks to your help, our forces managed to take the building with very little resistance from the synths. We've posted a garrison there, and they'll keep the place under guard for the time being. Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. We've both got a lot of work to do. In the meantime, I'll take the agitator and stow it on the Pridwin for safekeeping.
Here you go. Are you sure it's going to be safe up there?
If the Institute had the muscle to take the Pridwin down, they'd have done it already. Besides, I think they're smart enough not to poke a hornet's nest. You know, I'm not sure what the Institute wanted this thing for, but I'm glad we got it first. Now, Scoot, we both got things to do.
Are you sure that thing's tame?
Hardly.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I build, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holo... I'm dying to find out what's on.
Hopefully it'll reveal a weakness.
That would be the best case. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's...
Sure.
I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take... After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might... In the meantime, I've got a new... So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project.
He seems to feel it's pretty...
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have. Come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Чё за хрень?
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty.
Да я в курсе.
Spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Легко. С кем там?
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
This is a waste of time.
This isn't a request, Knight. Maxon put you on this project for a reason. I suggest you follow his Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spots. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power...
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power... Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Leader. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over... I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on it. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy...
Доктор Ли, говоришь? Карта. Ты чё такая тварь? Редкостная. Я тебя от института спас. Возможно, даже от взрыва. Я, кстати, из-за тебя в итоге передумал, тварь такая. А ты тут артачишься. Пристрелить бы ее нахрен, а? После выполнения задания. Такая тварь, а? Что в третьей части, что в четвертой мозги парит. Вообще на месте института из нее выкачал все данные, что у нее есть, блин, из головы. И пустил бы ее на котлетки для этих котокрысов. Заебало, честно говоря.
Proctor Tegan.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold.
I'll take a look.
Sure, I've got...
Заткнись. Так. Вот это забери дерьмо. Так.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online. but we'll get it done.
If you're looking for ammunition,
Вот и все.
Dr. Tegan might have what you need.
Have you ever fired a minigun?
А как же, как мозги ебало, это пиздец.
Dr. Lee's returned to the Brotherhood. I thought she was a traitor.
Не благодарите. Блин.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Вот именно что.
Maybe I should teach her some manners.
That's not necessary. She isn't gonna be much good to us if she's lying in a hospital bed. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, well, you're full of surprises, aren't you? What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Even if you know what the actuators are, you still need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list, right? The only thing we need you to head out, according to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb. So good luck.
Так. Электромагнит, по идее, это ЭКГ, да? Ну хорошо, хоть в центр не надо идти. Так. Кто следующий? И это все. Кстати, 45-й калибр заканчивается. Переключаемся на 12-й, получается, да? Ну, вообще здесь написано просто патрон для дробовика. Текс.
This is just the waiting room? Guess there was real money in the suffering of others.
Это уж точно.
Hey.
Yeah? You look like you could use a little pick-me-up. Got something for me?
Is everything okay between...
Well, I figure you've got enough dirt on me at this point that I gotta stick around, so yeah, I'm good.
Tell me about the options.
Shoot.
I'm interested in running.
I like where your head's at. Let's find some chems.
Нам, походу, только... Подожди. Нет, здесь не пройти. Там выход. Ладно, пойдем в лифт.
Intruder. Identify yourself. Ground floor. Excuse me. I didn't see you.
Хорош.
That's done with. Initiating search for hostile target.
Phew. Past Zelda.
Похоже на реально в лифт. Ну, кстати, интересно, всех фокусов нашли?
Basement.
Hope you're not looking for something specific in here.
Лучше бы, знаешь, поставили какой-нибудь аппарат ЭКГ, куда можно было вытащить. Вот это было прикольно. Не вот эта вот хрень, на самом-то деле. Рили. Так. В смысле? Хрена себе. Так, нужен столбик с переключателем. Да, блин. Расхреначили такую вещь.
Our vertibird should give us the air superiority we
That's
need to
all
win this
4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Так, сейчас, секунду. Че ты бегаешь туда-сюда? Заебал. Блин, мне твое задание, по идее, надо. Так.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Can I build the nukes like I built the actuators?
I could build you 1,000 nuke casings, right now. but we've got nothing to put inside them. The Mark 28s have a specialized nuclear payload that requires the correct balance of fissile materials in other words, I'd love to mix you a cocktail, but I'm all out of liquor. But before you give up hope, there's actually a... Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation. We're fairly certain this includes... The catch is that the installation is located somewhere...
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what... Scribe Halen's established a communications point. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the... Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up. Good luck, Knight.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand.
Ладно, давай сейчас со скриптором поговорим. Так, давай-ка... Блин, не то. Давай сюда тэпнемся. Разберемся с твоими челами. Блин, забыл кофе размешать, ладно. Ай. Куда нам? Я здесь, где ты?
Time to clean him up.
Все. Кто еще? Где еще? Я тупо не докинул.
Done in by the best. Lucky you.
Ладно, пойдем. Да они не успокаиваются, да, вижу. Где? Твари.
Who's there? Shh. Hear that?
Someone's out there.
Hey.
Come on out. I'll make it nice. You can trust me. Only a
Time's
fucking
up.
coward hides.
Красава. Проходи.
I love it when you play hard. Just die. Leave alone.
Back Bay. Уроды.
Got my... something I can do?
What else do you have?
What's the plan, killer?
Here you go. Check it out.
Job's done. Exactly how it should be. You and me cutting a nice bloody swath across the Commonwealth.
Где вы там летаете? Контрольная точка эхо. Ну эхо так эхо. Все, погнали.
Scribe Halen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place...
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far, thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was...
overconfident. That's what got you into trouble with those ferals I helped you with.
I appreciate your tactical assessment, Knight. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that will be listened. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar. After that, you should probably head back to Procter England.
Uh-huh. Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most... Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but... remember, if you don't, the radiation... Good luck, Knight.
Сразу туда и полетим. Я еще буду бегать. Все? Не на того напали. Ты хоть сюда пришел? Нет. А, даже так. А, нет, правильно. Так, не сюда. Очень жаль.
State your purpose. You will meet Atom in time, brother.
Gotta find the password.
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering
You walk
Corps
on
at Sentinel
Atom's
Site
hallowed
Prescott.
ground.
All lines of communication are
meet
down,
Atom
and we're
in
tracking
time,
multiple
brother.
inbounds on radar. This is a drill. We need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. This is the big one. They want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time.
Trust me, I'm on your side here.
Atom has no need. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his... That is why they must...
Yeah, this crossed over from funny to annoying for me a while back. Can we wrap this up?
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will. Take this, and prepare to enter his... Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall... May Atom's rate...
Приведет тебя к сиянию. А.
Watch your step over here. Might end up looking like me.
Так. Как-то. Бридвен. Получается. Ну, получается, концовочка-то уже близко. Концовочка-то близко. О, робота собрали. Молодцы.
Dr. Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't...
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable.
There's only one way to find out.
Absolutely.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to...
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you... After all, without your help, we'd still be...
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but...
Иди.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module. Online. Audio functionality test. Initialized. Designation. Liberty Prime. Mark II. Mission. The liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets. Any and all red Chinese invaders.
А вы точно ту команду дали?
Run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems. Nominal. Weapons. Hot. Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders. Compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridway. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more.
This wasn't necessary.
Come on. You earned the damn. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to
Да реально нет
Elder
необходимости,
Maxson said
потому
he
что у
needed to speak
меня
to you as soon
X01.
as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you.
Понятно. Чё?
Heads up.
I take
Wait there.
requests.
Heads up. Look alive.
What you got? Hey, when you got time, I got something I still need you to hear.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's just being out here with you, it's made me realize most of my life to this point, I skipped out on my family, my life in Diamond City, took up with you. Hell, running from myself is what made me. But being here with you for the first time in my life, and running is the furthest thing from my mind. I mean, I left Good Neighbor thinking I was gonna just sharpen up the old. But whether it's fate, or destiny, or just goddamn coincidence, I turned one of the nastiest settlements in the Commonwealth into a refuge for the lost. But being out here with you, it's made me and then maybe all my running from my life.
You may have run, but you've
Been trying to convince myself of that for a long time. But here, I don't know if you understand what that means to me. So let me get to the point. Throwing in with you has been the best. It's like I found a part of myself I never realized was missing, which happens sometimes. If I hadn't taken up with you, I'd probably be in a gutter somewhere. You have been one.
О, это гейство получается. Ну да,
Have
по-моему.
you ever thought about us as maybe more than just friends?
Is it that obvious? Come on, you don't want to wake up to this mug every morning. Never wish that on anyone.
Ай, нет. Гейство нафиг нам не нужно. Просто резко отрицательно.
Can we just keep this professional? All the
Yeah, I'll try and dial back. Well, I know I could stand to listen about how wonderful. Thanks for hearing me out.
Все, понятно. Так. А теперь, чувак,
Hey,
What you got?
Hancock.
A
Hey,
little something to liven up the day?
it's about time we split.
Yes, all good things gotta end. I'll head home. You come find me when you
Over
decide
here.
you need some more trouble in your life.
иди-ка в замок. Карта. Блин, Кюри, конечно, классная, но ладно, возьмем другого робота. Или давай сейчас мы тебя не в замок. Так.
Yes.
Минитмен. Кто? Ронин. А где? Все. Ладно.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Хэнкок, ты где?
Hello, sir.
А. Sanctuary я тебя не могу перевести, да? Очень жаль. Так, хорошо. Блин, куда я заходил? Во.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Time for a bit of fun, is it?
General?
Ой, иди нахрен. Какой Престон Гарви нахрен? Настройки спутника. Тина Ник Валентайн, вот.
Hard to look at it like this. In such disrepair.
Nick,
Time to hit the road?
let's head out.
Well, all right.
Так, теперь. Надо тебе снарягу дать.